What is the up, people? Um, we're dealing with something that I been working on for a while, and I've been struggling like very dearly. So I just wanted to share like what's the context behind what's is happening for a bit. Let me move this down a little. Okay, maybe two down. Maybe this way. Maybe better. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen so that y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm, mm, yeah. Okay. It is super insane, I know. So take a bite for today's stream. I really wanted to log in on an email template that we're going to send out for cafes. So whenever there is a new event request coming in, and then after we have reviewed all of the details within that event, we usually will send out a an email to the corresponding matched cafe, and I'm trying to create a email template here so that we can just basically reuse it and have it automated process. So all of the time, all of the dates, all of the amount of people that is expected as an attendee, all of this information is filled out by our event organizer, and they have done a tremendous job and guessing how many people that they are expecting. And after they fill in all of this data, it is being recorded into our Supabase. And then via Supabase, there is all of those different IDs corresponding to it, and we're using Resend as our email sending platform. So Resend likes HTML a lot. So with the design that we have, I really need to ensure the UI is looking great, and it's reflecting exactly what we want onto the HTML as well. And email apparently is a very ancient technology, and there are a lot of limitations. Like it really depends on whether or not the user is seeing it through an iPhone. Is it through a phone? Is it through web? If they're using a phone, is it iOS? Is it Android? Because it really depends on what the devices that they're using and how these emojis are rendered out as well. Another thing on top of that that we recently realized is that some of the users might have set up dark mode onto their phone whenever I don't know, whenever the sun is set. So in that case, with the rendering and everything, the light color that we see here will get replaced into a darker color for the dark mode. So that is another issue that we would need to work on the design side. But for today, I just really wanted to get this UI working. So far, for a lot of the IDs that we're pulling from Superbase has been very accurate. So I am very satisfied with that. But because Recent only love HTML, so I need Claude help to do that because I honestly I don't code. I don't know what's happening. I understand the IDs and stuff, but that's why we have Claude Baby over here on the right. So what I've been asking it to do is it's able to generate like a preview of what everything looks like. I'm not trusting it completely because when I go into the code tab and when I go to copy, and once I go back into resend over here and then I copy and paste. So I copy the entire thing, delete it, paste it back. It's looking amazing, right? So in order to test it out, obviously there's like huge weight is so much heavier over here. But we still wanted to test it out so we can send a test email to our own email just to make sure that it is going good. Send text. Go back to email. Let's see. It's 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 almost there, I would say. Like uh it's almost there. Like within here. Like I mean the spacing is good. Not sure about the gradients, don't know what happened there. This font, I can't really tell. This is looking good. The emoji doesn't look absolutely correct because it is rendered into Gmail and Gmail is Android. So sometimes they pick the closest emoji in Android version. So I'm not complaining about this. The font weight isn't great. The coupon block, suppose there should be a little bit of a padding between like a 5 pixels, but it looks like there's none there. So I wanted to adjust. Like there's a lot of like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth stuff that we're doing today. And yeah, mainly that's what's happening. So let's tackle it one by one. Okay. My hope for this one is we're able to have at least one of the template done, and then we can copy the headings, the sectioning, everything into like a saved field or even a skill. And then we can just replicate it from there. So let's fix a little bit of the stuff. The font style to enter correctly onto Gmail. Is there a way that I can see correct font style? We need to include like for each font style. Yeah, sometimes this happen and it's quite annoying because in the previous version it did work, but now that I've fixed the padding and with the popcorn edges, those are like referencing correctly. It's not no I won't help. A Gmail scripts font face import link before it renders when it refreshes. I'll just take a screenshot and let them see visually. This is what Gmail looks like right now. I love that Claude is able to actually view. Oh, the screenshot did not. Oh shit. Sorry. Let me do that again. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Cut back to here. Thanks, that's helpful. Text exactly. Looking at a new not available or not. They're all like render condensed in bold. That is area. Ooh, it isn't. It never will be in Gmail, but it's in the right family name. Okay, I don't want that though. Your step value tell us more on rendering monospace. Just right for one thing is that I think that's purely because the placeholder names are longer than the real values, and they're fine in 138. All right, let's try it out then. Let's see. So we have been building an app to all of the we're planning to we okay, sorry, let me regroup. We are building an app that helps event organizer to book a cafe or any venue space for free via our platform. They can just go through a whole event request form, and then from there, our team will receive the information that the event is anticipated to be on what time, how many people are expected, and then from there, based on the vibe of your previous events or the vibe of your upcoming events, we'll match you with the right vibe cafe. So all of the cafe is human matched. So far, we think that having the human connection and having me knowing each of the cafes preferences on what kind of events that they would want to match, I feel like in this way it so far has been going very well. So we still wanted to keep the human aspect within the matching process. So that's what we're doing. And the reason why we are creating a platform is because I'm only one person and I really wanted to give more power back to the event organizer so that they can able to just quickly go through what cafes there are. If they're interested in it, they can just directly book through our platform. And then from there, the cafe side, they also have more power into choosing what kind of requests are coming in. If they don't like that event, they can also let us know individually through a form that we have within the app so that we can match them like better in the future. Sometimes a cafe might not be available. For example, we were like Vancouver had a World Cup season, and then most of the cafes within the downtown area they're not really accessible at that time because they're expecting a huge amount of traffic coming in. So therefore, they're not accepting a lot of events. So in cases like that, each of the cafe they could go back into their own profile and then they can update their availability from there. Like, are they still intaking and accepting new events, or are they like, oh, actually, I want to take a break for this coming month until when, and then event can start coming in after their availability is updated back on. So, for example, this is one of our cafes, and for event organizer, what they can do is they can go ahead and say like, "Oh, I really like this cafe, so I wanted to book them." So let's say for testing wise, I really wanted to test out, let's say 11 to 1. I'm expecting 5 to 15 guests. This is a design study group August meetup. We do have a Luma. Um, I'm picking this one because this is an upcoming event that one of our organizer has organized. So I just wanted to test it out just to make sure that it is working. We can upload some of the event photos if we want to. I just like to test it out to make sure, hey, it's so cute, and it will be included as well. If they like it, draw a doodle, be like, hey, it's a request. And then after this is um, went through, me as a cafe owner, I'm doing this as a test. Um, I should be able to get an email. Yes. The petting aid, right? Oh, I know why. I know why. Because I didn't publish. Let me publish. We should I publish? Yeah, I should. Yeah, let's try it again. Go back to here. So this is what the event organizer will see after they are done. They will see there's a receipt. Your event request has been submitted. This is the time that you would want it, the date you're expecting, how many people. The location of that cafe is in zone 1. What type of event is that? How long would it take? And then this is basically a representation of me whenever I receive a request, and I'm just hopping on and figuring out what's the best cafe there is. Let's go back to Rang Cafe and redo the whole thing again and just retest out with the new layout in the email if that would work. Well, study August 26. We do have this one, and then upload a picture. Party. Submit. We got one, and then we should get an email. Well, okay. It's good. It's okay. It's better. So in this way, I usually will send a DM to. Oh, sorry about that. I usually would send a DM to my CTO just to let her know that I think it is updated. Alright, let me send a DM. The popcorn batch. It wasn't rendering correctly because the popcorn batch is not in the same frame as the main sections and the more deep section. But the font weight also probably referencing the wrong font. Let me take a picture for her to see. Okay, let's see. It looks fine on phone, but like there's still a gap. Why is there a gap? But on here it's fine though. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that's what has been happening. Other than that, we also like sent out in the meantime as we were testing out all of these. I should just handwrite all of the emails that we're sending out. So far it has been working, but it's not great because I won't need to be spending time in responding to emails, and sometimes when event requests piles up, I might mix stuff up. So Niso could be the best for Saturday. Please let me know what our next step moving forward. Amazing. Okay. In cases like this, we will send out a email back into Nizu Cafe and see like if they are interested in something like that and how big and how many people they're expecting. For this event, I remember they were looking for a space that can house 16 to 35 people, and because Nizu Cafe is larger and they can house a larger amount of people, I would need to ask like how would they like to move forward with that for Nizu Cafe? Like, is there like a particular section that they want to book out, or what's there? Anyway, let's go back into where's my recent. Okay, this was it was okay on here, but I don't know why. Let's do it here. Actually, can I do developer, and then let's see. This looks fine, but this is the part that I don't know what's happening. So this one, so this one, that, nope, this one. Oh, right now it shows a hard coded. Ah, what do I do? Blah, blah. Okay. Mm, mm. What do I do? Mm, Let me check on the side if there are. Hmm. Oh, let me see. Hold on one sec, guys. Hmm. How about hmm project? Uh, Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. I've added in the column and supervise for coupon code. Are we able to reference that onto the invoice file? Instead of just having it as a coupon block, can I have like actual data? Dev tools is now available in Chinese. Oh no, thank you. I barely understand English. Da, 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 da. Okay. Glad that we have this tool out the way. And then let's turn this back off. Back in a normal human being. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks fine over here, but like, why does it look like that in mobile? Anyway, I'll add the condition first for this one for the coupon code. Blah 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 blah. Yep. 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 Okay. You're able to replace the coupon block, the coupon code. So I have nothing like musical net. Update the coupon block to read the column. Lumn. How do you spell that? Okay. Come on, man. Okay, okay. So now it does. Okay, okay. Let me see that. Copy. Go back into here. So let's see. Let's see. So let's try and then resubmit it. Okay, let's submit another request. Try to go through the same thing. August 29, 11, 15. It says, oh, we need a photo. Alright. And then I should get where's the coupon code? Oh, because it's hold on. Okay. How is the trigger for a cafe set up right now? Is it just looking at cafe ID? And Superbase. Brand Cafe ID is 5. Let's go back. So here. Um, Superbase, Netflix, Dash function, tally submission, Stripe to email. I don't see. A coupon code block. Is the cafe ID is stored somewhere into the which paste set period. So right now the cafe ID is just numbers. So for let me say I remember it. Right. Uh, in the chat box. Um, can I ask you to do that? Is it possible? You should use Chrome, right? I think you just use Chrome to do it. Yeah, this is Chrome. Because I did give it permission to only use Chrome, and then while me, I usually use Arc. Command in terminal. Why do I do that? Hmm. Same results. SQL. What? What? Mm. Oh, shit. Sorry. Um, yeah, it works. Hey. Integer. Your code clearly saves, so you must set them via the table editor rather than my update statements. The good news is the admin, nothing needs to be changed. Da, 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 da. Mm. Ah, can I reference to the email template? So depending on which cafe we are sending cafe the event organizer decided to book only on it will determine if the cafe will receive a promo what is that coupon code? Coupon code. When did it do now? Da 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 dum da 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 dum similar to da 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 dum da 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 went back to the main round school. Why when I test it out on the app that triggered when I book the when which suppose its cafe ID is 5. That promo blah blah coupon code did not show up. Oh, okay. Your existing template was written before the column, so it doesn't know how to look. Okay, so how do I publish that? Uh, how do I publish? Passing well, that also. That function. I don't think this is what we're doing. Yeah, I don't think that's what we're doing. Okay. Deploy in listen. To confirm and get the exact edit, click into Charlie's submission and paste it there. I'll show you. Why would I? In the appropriate table, and I think the Charlie submission is just a maybe that's onto Oh, this is my base. So I don't think that is perfect. Suppose. I don't know where to go. I was talking about. I feel like it's way over my pay grade, and I'll fuck something up. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I think what I'll do is I'll just work on the Figma stuff that I'm good at. I don't want to mess up anything. So what we did is today we have like the entire design feedback that came in. It is a video, and I wanted to record down some of the elements that we see and what are some of the comments that we have gotten as well. So let's go back onto here. And then there are some feedbacks in a lot of the places. And then let's go back to here, and then it's only one page from what we have. So it shouldn't take too long for us to go through. I recorded it just in case like I forgot about it. But mainly what was happening was, let me see if I can share. So I went to my friend's house because like a few weeks ago I took a fall, and then afterwards my knee hasn't been feeling the same. Like it hurts whenever there's pressure that is being put onto it, but it wasn't like a super sharp pain. Like it's a sharp pain, but like it doesn't last long. So as long as the pressure is gone, the knee doesn't hurt anymore. So I didn't think too much about it. I still went to my regular Pilates. I still went swimming and stuff, but I think it has gotten worse. So my friend's husband, he used to be a, I don't even know what it's called in English, tita, in Hong Kong. And then he could take a look for me and see what's happening. But because it is in their house, I feel like it might be loud. So I'm very smart, and I brought my mic with me. I can show you a little bit. Sorry, this is like a little bit in Canto and in English. What would you do? It's what so I recorded it down. There are like a few details. Okay. So I'm just gonna like write down all of the stuff that she was saying that it was a little bit confusing. So it's good for UX. It's good for UX. I think I need Where is my thingy? I need to post it. Post it. Eh? Eh? I need to go to a fake job. That's so interesting. Yeah, open. Where's my Figma? Where's my Figma? What? Like I swear, like my computer has been dying lately after I've been using Cloud Code for quite a while. Like actually using it, and then it has been just struggling, girl. Like she's struggling. And I don't know what to do. What is this? Like in cases like this, I would love to just use the app by itself so that I can open FigJam. If Figma is watching this, I would love that they are able to just have to post it within design because I freaking love these. Um, but anyhow, okay, there are like a few things that I wanna do. Okay, these are like feedback. Two levels of information here. Um, the best brunches and pastries. One level, and then number of events. She was saying that it's good if we can have the number of events as like a separate batch. She thinks it's a very good call out because event organizer would like to see whether or not that cafe has experience in hosting multiple different events and what kind of events that they were hosting. So seeing the number of successful events actually helps, but maybe keep it as a separate because right now it looks like because it's all in one banner, it's making it looking like that the cafe is a best brunch and pastries among that 10 events. And she's like, it's a little bit confusing. So what if, how about like in the regular time? Like, are they not the best brunch and best pastries? So it's valid. And I think the number of successful events definitely deserve its own place to be its own batch. Like a little, pat on the back, be like, hey, I've been hosting events for a bit, you know? So yes. So let's do that. Maybe a batch instead. So that's that. And then another thing, this one I want to change into yellow because heading issue. Okay. More gaps between book this cafe CTA. The photos banner might be too high up or too tall. That is easy to be very tempting. Yeah. Need a redesign on that one because right now the design is very much giving Facebook. I don't love it. The original design that I had was more like it's a little window within, but at the same time I don't love this design as well because I think um we should allow the event organizer to quickly see like what's the inside of this cafe, and putting it in such a shrink real estate doesn't really highlight the hierarchy of that. So can you just go away? Okay, let's go back to here. Need a redesign for the interior photos. Call out prioritize how do I spell it? Video walkthrough. So for all of the cafes, we all have like a video walkthrough of each of the cafe. I started this when Chickabyte first started because I kept hearing a lot of the event organizers saying that they probably don't have time to go into each of the cafes just to see the vibe or just to see how big the space is, especially there are probably like a lot of photos on Google Map or on social media, but a lot of the photos or videos, it's just zooming in like a particular part of that cafe, so it's very difficult to think how the space is. Is it big? How's the vibe? How's the interior design? How the tables are placed? What's the layout looking like? So after hearing multiple event organizers saying that feedback, every time when I do go to a cafe and I haven't gotten a walkthrough video yet, I will be the one that is doing the whole walkthrough video. So it shows a little bit. Right now, all of the photos are saved onto our Google Drive, and then I just reference it back onto the Notion. But I want our app to be able to serve the purpose of Notion as well. Basically, having the all the video walkthrough, all the photos walkthrough. Um, so it's easier for the event organizer to just quickly go through it and be like, "Yo, this is how it looks like inside." I think a reference, like a good reference that I can use, would be like how Airbnb does it. Suggestions. Um, prioritize video walkthrough. Reference how Airbnb present interior. Yeah. Because like so far we have been. I think what works very well is when I'm explaining what Ticketbuy does is it's just Airbnb but for cafes and for events booking. So it's only like a few hours thing. It's not a focal place and that's it, you're paying for it. I think what's the biggest value from Ticketbuy is we're actually bringing customers that could be potential multiple time customers to a cafe, and at the same time it is also supporting local communities when they are coming up with events, so it's easier for them. We're also supporting local businesses as well as supporting local communities. So yeah. Okay, so that's a suggestion. And then another thing that we have as well is, oh no, I didn't capture it. So there's supposed to be like little photos of stickers of each of the cafes, what's their best selling items, no matter it is drinks or food or something like that. How I design this or how I have this in mind is I want something that is interactable, that is so cute that event organizer will organically be like, oh, this is so cute, maybe I'll post about it. Or they'll create something and then tag us into it. And this is the type that I feel like it's great for us to put some mind into it. It doesn't, there isn't a lot of like data that we're pulling it from. It's just a bunch of PNGs. And then it's just a good user experience booster that could turn into a growth opportunity because people will just organically market it as they probably just post it on Instagram and so on. And then if they tag us, yay. If they didn't, we still stirred up a little bit of a conversation among the friends. So that is good. The event organizer that I share this with, she loves that idea, but she doesn't agree in putting that in such a below the fold area. So bringing the stickers up top next to the CTA or the photos. So her reasoning is other than looking at the space itself of the cafe and also location, she also care about what kind of food item or like drinks item that is being served. Because sometimes, depending on the event, I personally love matcha. So most of the cafes on Take a Bite has really great matcha, but some people prefer coffee. So they wanted to see like if they have really good coffee items or coffee menu items there. So to see what menu item they serve. Okay, and then another thing is like super. Well, I can't say it's minor, but it's like how about this one? Yes, it's also like not padding issue, but like um order issue, like sequencing issue. And okay. Okay, another thing that she was mentioning was in the app, whatever that comes on first, she would imagine it would be in a descending order. So whatever that is closest to the current date would be up front. Yeah, will be up front. And whenever they're hovering, you see like how this is behind this one. And she said it kind of bothers her a little bit because it goes against our real world physics. So whatever that's on top should be always on top. You know, like how on Figma you can always set it up as well. I don't here. Like in here, I can go into here and be like, first on top. And then whatever when it's 11, it will be on top of each other. Let me go back into 11. Yeah. So it would be like that. So she would assume that is the case. So let me write that down as well. Upcoming events of Polaroid should stack with first on top. anything. And then another thing that I want to set up is because we've been testing out so much with this specific page for this cafe, I found out that whenever we have more than four, it will still automatically have the same distance in between. I kind of want them to stack up onto each other after the fourth one so that we can still save some real estate while they are still able to see the past events somewhere right after the fold. So in this way, the user, even organizers, will be able to see. Because we've been testing out with so many different test events, honestly, the event organizer, when I was showing her this page, she was like, "Oh, is that it?" And I was like, "No, you gotta go all the way down to see like what are some of the previous past events and stuff, so they can have a reference." And then she's like, "Oh, I need to go all the way down." So what if this cafe is like super popular? Which so far it shouldn't be a problem, but what if it did? So I think like anything that is more than four upcoming events, starting from the fourth one, uh, the other stack up with. Let me see. Let's say we keep on duplicating this. Because the one, okay, let's do three. Yeah, I think three is a good number instead of four. Instead of four, let's do three. Starting from the fourth one. Let's see what it will look like. Let's say, let's do this one again. And then, actually, how about like that? And then this one, and this one, and this one. Group together. These are for past events. And then let's hide them. And for this one and that one, I want actually and this one have their own auto layout and then have them stack on top of each other. Uh, First on top. Okay. Let's see how much can we do? Wait, my cloud gave up. 150. 150. 25. And this one goes like that. No. This one goes like that. No. It doesn't look that great, huh? It doesn't look that great. What if like all of them are like zero? Does it look good? Because it's zero. Okay. And then instead of that, how about 120? Yeah, let's do 120. I doubt that they're gonna have so many upcoming events, man. Yeah, let's do that. Negative 120 with 0 degrees. Alright, that's a suggestion. So let me bring this over here. Okay. And then okay. Okay, so that's that. Let me see what else. Let me see what else. Mm, Mm, these ones. We were saying that instead of having it like we're gonna have it like anywhere else, like random. Is what she's saying. Like it's cute to do something like that. Like it's right here, or right here. Well, maybe not that high. Maybe not that high. Maybe like right here, and then like right here. So like that, like that. Okay, and then what else? Why is there no sound? What happened to my sound? Is it possible for me to do no, huh? God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Why don't I? Where did my video go? Where did my video go? Ah, right here. We're back on the second attempt. Okay, let's try it. Oh, and then she was saying that there's no back button, or there isn't a yeah, there isn't a back button for this page. Let me go to where'd it go? Okay, so like within here, she's not able to change any other any other ah, dun, 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 dun. She isn't able to change the selection time. Okay. Okay, and then she was saying that the select time can't select more than 2 hours right now. So it is good if we can have Event description. Event description. Confirm this booking. Font weight. The other CTA. I can feel it. Okay, oh, what the hell? Okay. Oh yeah, fix the Okay. Before they come into here, they need to create an account with us, right? How do I screenshot this? How do I share this? Fuck. See if I can like do a screenshot. Then share airdrop. Oh, let's see if that works. Okay. Yes, it works. Comes back here, delete this photo, otherwise there's so many damn stuff in my computer. Right. This is the sign up that they will need to do for the Google OAuth so that we can collect their name and also their email address. So the name of the superbase is a bit scary. Can we switch? And then the suggestion or solution is name as take it out. That is fine. What? I'm not in a meeting. Well, I'm in a meeting with y'all, but okay, let's continue. Yeah, we need to change the name of that. Okay, and then onto here, this page. Then after they have logged in, wow. After they're logged in, they will have like a sign up page. Basically, it's like telling us like what's your information, and then they're creating their profile there. Okay. And then the the feedback that we got is expect the email they just signed in with will auto fill out. I think this is a technical thing because I think from the demo that we did, it worked. And then the other part is why types of event we can only do 3. I think for now it's because most of the event organizer that I talk to, they only do like 1. Not a lot of them will do 3. So that's why. And then she was like, oh shit, I am the bug here. And I'm like, I think you are. And then she was a bit confused with the Instagram handle and also how this is together. Um, I think like for other link, maybe include optional. So they know that it's like an optional thing. Yeah. And then I think as it populates, as she's filling in, it just populates the info from there.
cầm đó, đây cầm ba cái anh đây. Cái mày ở đây cầm đi coi có show à.
Okay, and then for here, finally, we're back onto here. There are a few things. So one was about the time and date, and then what is the vibe or this event about? I'm thinking that I will probably need to update that over onto the receipt so that they will know where it goes into. Not sure, so up to debate. Okay. The draw a doodle frame is too small. Suggestion is to make it larger. Once you upload a event photo, you could not cancel. The cross button is not. It's too. A follow-up question would be this is more of a UX thing. Do we include your photo they submitted and the event request email? Okay, that's one. And then another thing is fill the form. Okay, so that's one thing.
你都冇人睇啊，I'm so sad。我睇啊，我睇咗，但係我唔知佢做咩啊。畫畫咯，you can do like whatever 畫畫。我就係覺得嗰條線我係要佢條線，但係我唔知佢點做。Anyway, that is optional. That's why I wanted to test. You can check, yeah, I can check the date, the time, is it correct? Okay. That's me.
Okay, and then lastly, once they're done, this one, they have a little scary thing. There's a little part that they're a little bit confused. Ah! There wrong thing. Sorry for that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Um, where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, it's copied. Sorry. So sorry. Okay, on to here. This is more like a UX question. Into the front, please. Thank you. The price, something like that. It's okay. And then lastly, we are in here. Mm, mm. She was saying that this is a bit of a surreal experience. Like she loves the receipt thingy. She understands that I wanted to bring in something that's realistic from real life and then bringing it into the digital experience. But she felt like the printer is a bit too odd. Like out of nowhere, a printer appears. So she understands this is like and signaling saying that hey, we're still working on your profile, this is the very first flow. She understands that part, but she felt like this is just too much of an out of experience with the printer. So we were talking about like what other stuff that we could be adding into here, so signify to some of our event organizer that hey, this is still ongoing, we're still working on this, what are some things that we can do. And then I was saying wait, hold on, let me write this down. The printer is too much of an outbound experience. Doesn't work well within the digital space. And then we were talking about what suggestions that we can play around with that is still very on brand. So I was thinking when I was younger, I had a lot of like sticker books, interactive, move around. And then I was thinking that we can have like a sticker book, and because of the cafe that she's booking, we already have some like stickers that signal to the user what kind of menu item that this cafe serves, right? So maybe we can move around with those menu items, date, sticker, our logo, um, coming soon sticker, like stuff like that. And then, but ultimately, I'm thinking like I'm freaking obsessed with growth. So I'm thinking like, how do I turn this as a very organic way for the event organizer to post onto Instagram? I was thinking like after they're done, after they are happy with their creation, there a button that can turn this into a JPEG or PNG that they can save and share on Instagram. So obviously the photo has to be a portrait, so like vertical, so it's easier for them to just post as a story. and they can just tag us from it. I think that is a very cute idea. Yeah, as soon as you added that video. So in this event,
why did they?
because I submitted another request. Okay, and then another thing that was after they are done with this event request, everything, instead of having us submit another request, they should be able to go back to Ren Cafe. So say back button back to Ren Cafe. That would direct them back there. Then another thing is she was saying she might have forgotten which cafe that she's booking with because she thinks the very easy ideal flow for them is I will send them out like 3 different three different cafes, and then she would compare them side by side next to each of the browser, and then from there she would just pick one. But before we're able to do that, obviously I need to make sure that we have a block. So every time when they submit an event request in one of the cafe already, and when they go into another cafe and then they wanted to book for the same event, we will need to have like a trigger to set up like a gate to set up whenever they're picking the same date, same time, same amount of attendees. Then we will block it up and then saying that, hey, I think you've already submitted an event request for that event at whatever cafe name. So after 12 hours, if we didn't hear back from the cafe, then you can book again for another cafe. So we needed to have that kind of a guardrail set up. But what she's suggesting here is that she would want to have the name of the cafe showed here as a confirmation. And then maybe, I don't know, do we need one here? Oh, instead of event name, have it as for cafe name. Yeah, let's do that. Might be better. This is a suggestion, so this is what this is. So yeah. This is what we got. Let me see what else.
I would say
apparently 呢一樣嘢係太耐 for query.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then she was saying that she instead of like obviously it's great to have a CT up here, but it would be even better and more natural if she's able to just go through the entire flow within here. So, for the availability, click through and have another slider down to start the booking process immediately here. Yeah, maybe that is better. Yeah, I mean, that way would be easier. Let's see.
我喺晒呢一頁度做。
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Good insight. 揀翻啱嘅 design 嚟嘅，但
睇我揾，但係講，and I can jump to booking.
That's what I to do that. Okay.
所以我就係嗰一下我會有個，因為跟住佢就話 book 即係 event，跟住我有少少 confused 就係點解我即係嗰一日有其他 event。
Yes. 係啦。
OK 咁樣咯。 但係條把，但我頭先第一感覺係喺條把度。
Okay. Okay.
Even not dragging, just onto it.
So Google, so the trigger, oh my god, I can't speak. Trigger should be when user is clicking into the available time. Then the CTA to start clicking starts.
It set the time, then maybe I select the link below.
Yeah.
Whatever.
呢個係我本身嘅 design 嚟嘅，但係就
嗰樣嘢咯。咁最後可能喺呢度我揀完之後就去下一頁。咁你話，咦，再之後嗰啲就可能 preview 咗佢咯。我又覺得嗰啲。就咁講嘅，因為你都係一定要俾佢再 double confirm。
Okay.
我會話俾你聽，我 edit 定會開而家喺度喺。
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Yeah, 我哋個 phase 2就係諗緊話。
我大 personality。
Organically from you guys, and then you guys will post about.
二咩？再去啊！佢有
嗰度應該寫 10 past events.
Yeah.
Or 10 successfully. Same thing for good. Go back.
Need two stickers here, and they just move it up.
They just move it.
Just.
Okay. Videos. Would you prefer videos, like a walkthrough videos, over photos? Because obviously you can still search online for this cafe.
咁所以如果你已經係拍咗嘅話咧，又係好好嘅，因為我可以知道成間個空間有幾大。
Okay, so let's prioritize video first and then photos after.
Yeah, can do.
Okay. Photos 嗰邊我係諗緊 I can allow cafe 字。Okay, yeah, I think that's all the feedback that we have. And then I think I need to go back to the drawing board a little bit on the layout for the profile for cafe. Yeah, minor stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take a break and then we'll come back to this. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that this gives you a little insight on what's been happening behind the scene for Building Take a Bite. I will continue to regularly just have these live up from time to time. Right now, it's more like I'm just grinding it through to make sure I have spent almost like 2 hours every day to work on this. And I think I needed a break. I feel like I burned too much energy on Claude. I feel like every time when I'm interacting with Claude and interacting with Resent, I'm spending like a ridiculously amount into it. And I don't love it that much. It requires still a lot of manual stuff. For example, like I need to go through all the code and stuff. Supabase, I think, is very intuitive because I can just reference it with like all of the different photos that I have. I can just have a URL and I can just ask it to reference it from there. A good lesson that I learned is for all of the cafes banner photo, instead of having it as a PNG or like a JPEG, having it as a WebP is actually the highest quality and the most true to the original photos quality that it is. And it's rendering great onto web. I haven't tracked the experience onto mobile yet, but since most of our event organizer, when they're planning for an event, they are up on their computer to work on all of this, and they're open like multiple tabs and bouncing between different tabs here and there. So I really wanted to prioritize the um, web experience first. That's why we have it here, and we don't have it responsive. But yeah, this is like a good 1 hour and 40-ish minutes. I need to take a break. I need to go for a walk if my knee allow me to. But I think I'm gonna like walk a bit and take a break. Thanks for joining me today, and bye. See you guys next time.